Hello, namaste. It's lovely to be here and connect with you today. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for Monday and Tuesday. That's Monday the 3rd and Tuesday the 4th of June. So I trust you're well, and I trust you've flowed through your weekend or are continuing to flow through your weekend nice and smoothly. Hello Maria, yes I am live. Hi Anita, lovely to see you. Ali's here too. Hi Ali. So hi Lexi. So extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. If you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my combined Speed of Light Oracle cards with my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. And I'll be looking for the best card for Monday, the best card for Tuesday, and then the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared will be helpful and supportive for you. So please take on board what feels right, what resonates, what makes sense, and let the rest go. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter. Just think of this as a guide only, and let's allow ourselves to be surprised, which means if we allow ourselves to be surprised, we're not coming here with expectations. We're just going to be open and trust that whatever we need will come forward for our highest truth. Well, that's what I'm sitting here doing. I don't know what you're doing, but I just sit here open and trusting, and we'll see what happens. So I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about. I'll be totally guided by the cards and my intuition. So welcome everyone. It's lovely to see you all. So I'm now looking for the best card for Monday the 3rd of June. If it's not quite Monday for you yet, you can think of this as guidance in advance. I didn't get to do a video on Sunday. It was just a bit hectic and I had a band gig, and it just didn't work out yesterday. That's Sunday. So I'm here on Monday. It's Monday here, the 3rd. I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia. It is exactly 1:38 p.m. So the best card for Monday for the majority of us, I trust, will find its way to the top of the deck based on the way I choose my cards. So the best card for Monday is this. It's a Speed of Light Oracle card, and it's this. It's card 19, called Integration. And integration's keywords say settling, grounding, nature, and calm. This is the period, or the energy of this card is like the period after a hyper changing, hectic, disruptive time. So when we go through periods of disruption's the word that comes to mind, but periods of change, we always go through a period afterwards that's our time of integration. So integration, I think of the energy settling into place and finding its place, its position in our body and in our life. I think of a leaf unpinning from a tree, and it's in slow motion, falls to the ground and finds its position on the ground. So as we go through personal changes, as we experience healing in whatever that might mean for us personally, as we go through these things, there's always a period afterwards of integration, and that's what this card's about. So it's the energy settling. It's probably digesting the stuff that we've been through. Like it might be, after a chaotic period, it might be a day where we have time to stop and assess. Okay, what's happened here? What's going on? So there might be a mental assessment, or just a general sense of digesting what we've been through. Working out the nuts and bolts. How has this changed us? What do we need to do now going forward? So these types of things we might be thinking about on Monday. There's also an element of nature that comes through this card, and also balance. So definitely a supportive day on Monday for us to access that balance that we may have been looking for, and we may find it as we look to nature. So really look at simplifying things and look at our nature setting, getting out in the garden, going for a walk, spending time just simply outside might be something that we're inspired to do. So in general, this is talking about calm energy on Monday. So that's probably going to be quite welcomed for a lot of us. So let's not over analyze or overcomplicate things, but let's embrace the calm energy that wants to come through for Monday. So that's Monday's guidance. I trust it makes sense for you. So thank you so much. Thank you for connecting, but I don't do personal readings on my videos. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust you've been led here for a reason, and I trust something shared will support you, but no personal readings here. So welcome, because I know only new people would ask that. Thank you so much. So now I'm looking for the best card for Tuesday, the 4th of June. Tuesday the 4th. Let's see what comes up. Which card? Whoops. Oh dear. So the stag flew off, which I'm not reading, but the stag flew off and I was just looking to see what it was, and then I dropped the ladybug. Not that it matters. Now I'm dropping cards everywhere, but I don't take cards that drop out. That's not the way I do my readings. You may do it that way and it might be right for you, but it's not right for me. So the best card for Tuesday, the 4th of June, is this. And if this was one that jumped out, then we can pay extra attention to it. Is it? No. Which is fine. So this is the card for Tuesday. I absolutely love this card. It's the Stallion. Card 1. Card 1. It says, untie yourself. Now this should motivate us if nothing else will. So this really is when we move when we look through the details, I guess, of what this card's about. It's very much about motivation. So there's a motivation with this card which is coming forward for Tuesday. And we're being encouraged to really look at untying ourselves. So untying ourselves from the chains that hold us back, untie ourselves from our own limitations, our own fear, our own insecurity that's holding us back, our own doubts that might be holding us back. So I think of this card as us being chained back, and we might have our heart, our soul, our energy moving forward, wanting to get into our life, wanting to start something new, but there's a feeling of wanting to, but our body or the energy not supporting that because we're tied down, we're held back. We might be tied down for whatever reason. It's usually our own mental reasons. Our own way of thinking can be very limiting. Not is, because it's not always, but it can be one of our biggest limitations. So let's be careful about what we're thinking, especially on Tuesday, and make sure our thoughts are supporting our forward movement, and make sure our thoughts are not chaining us or tying us down, making us feel that we can't follow our dreams because we're tied down with children or we're tied down with this or that. I'm sure we could find a way to start bringing our dreams into reality. So let's stop making excuses and tying ourselves back and holding ourselves back, and start taking action moving forward. The best way to take action, probably for us to consider, especially on Tuesday, is to untie ourselves. So let's stop binding ourselves up, tying ourselves up in chains, energetic chains, and find courage to break those down so we can take that step forward and untie ourselves. So think about, it might be important for us to think about, what are we saying, what are we thinking, which we think is a limitation right now. So some common things might be our own obligations, our own ties to things like our children or our work or our location can be some things that people use to hold themselves back. Or finances might be something. So if you're constantly at the moment saying or thinking that my finances are holding me back, I'm not in the right location for what I want to do, but I can't afford to move right now, or I don't have what I need. So these types of thinking and these types of thoughts are actually holding us back more than we probably realise. So are they really holding us back? Is there something we can do which doesn't break the bank, which we can start learning or implementing or thinking about that can start getting the cogs turning on our dream? Is there time, a little bit of time that we can capture why the children are sleeping, or why they're at school if they're at school age, or why they're doing something? That can we capture half an hour a week where we can dedicate that time to the things that we want to start bringing into our life? So we have to stop making excuses, is the feeling that I have for Tuesday, and recognize the excuses that we're making and break them down so that we can untie ourselves and set our wild spirit free. There's nothing like, especially if our obstacle or our limitations at the moment are around children, there's nothing better for a child to see than a parent following their dreams and making time for the things that they love. So I feel it's about being a role model. So there's got to be something. So let's drop the excuses on Tuesday and untie ourselves and set our wild spirit free. Our spirit, our soul, our heart wants to move forward. So I can feel this strong pulling forward like a force that wants us to move forward, get on with our life, step into our dreams, start learning new skills and these types of things. But we need to drop the chains that are binding us to the past and actually holding us back. So I trust that makes sense for someone. It's quite inspiring. I love that card so much. So that's for Tuesday. Now let's look for the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. Hi Chelsea, hi Belinda. So the best card for the theme card will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Monday and Tuesday. So we've got a calming energy for Monday, quite a motivating energy potentially for Tuesday. If we sit back and don't take any action on dropping our excuses, then we're just going to keep rolling around in them and keep feeling stagnant and held back. So to work with the high vibrating, motivating energy for Tuesday, that's probably going to be effective for some of us, we'll need to be proactive in improving ourselves, changing ourselves, and looking at the things that we say and think that hold us back. So the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday is a Speed of Light Oracle card. And it's this, Abundance. Now this is a great card, always a great card to pull. It's card hasn't come up for a while, as you can see. Card 30, called Elementals. It says blessings, abundance, prayers, and opening. So this brings an abundant energy around for Monday and Tuesday. So I would think of abundance as being a feeling like we're in good flow on Monday and Tuesday, for the most part at least. Feeling like we're in good flow and probably cooperating with ourselves, cooperating with our life, the journey, the things that open up or the things that happen in our life as well. There's also a very strong element to this card about opening. So again, this sort of takes me back to what I was talking about with the Stallion card for Tuesday, but from a different angle. So I think of, well, for me, I feel that we all can tap into abundance. So whatever abundance means to us, but basically I feel it's been in good flow. So having the finances we need, experiencing savings or discounts when we go to the store to get something, being in good health, having opportunities available to us. So basically being in a space of good flow, high flying place. And I feel we can all access that in some way and on some level. So I think of this as like, I often, when this card comes up, I see a street with houses on it. And let's say this old man walking down the street and he's got a big sack of coins and he's handing them out to the people that come out of their house to step forward and say, thank you, I'm ready to receive the abundance that's coming my way. Not taking off someone, but just if he represented abundance. And so as people come out of the house, they are offered these coins and they receive with gratitude and then continue flowing with their life. And then this man passes through other houses and no one comes out of the house because someone's in the house, if this house represented our own personal space, and they might be in a mindset of lack. I don't deserve to receive this. There's not enough available to me. I'm not worthy of having whatever's been offered. I'm not worthy of receiving the gifts that have been given. So this person, this being, stays around in their own negative, lacking mindset, not actually realizing that there's abundance going past right at the door. So it's really important with this card. Abundance is there. It's present. We have to be open to receiving it and open to seeing it. So that means also that we need to maybe think about what's closing us off from receiving it, what's keeping us closed rather than open. Our own mindset can definitely do that, which has come up a couple of times. So I feel that on sort of conclusion with these couple of days that I'm talking about, Monday and Tuesday, I feel it's really going to be really important for us to be aware of what's going on in our mind and make sure we're not making excuses, we're not holding ourselves back or thinking lacking thoughts about abundance, about receiving, about having something good happen in our life. If we say things like, why does this always happen to me? This has been a terrible year. It's one thing after another. These types of words that we say and thoughts that we think keep that momentum in play. It keeps us closed off to the good things that might be walking right past our door. So I feel it's our mind that we need to keep in check this next couple of days. And if we can, actually this kind of fits in for the whole week, because we had ego playing up last week. We had lots of insecurities and stupid things coming up that our ego was trying to pull us down with, and this might be a bit of an aftermath of that as well. So we're not a victim to our negative thoughts, but we can be aware of them and start changing them and doing something about replacing the negative thoughts with something positive. So for example, if I was in a mental space of lack and felt unworthy of deserving opportunities or good things in my life because I thought life was horrible right now, and I was in that mentality, and I became aware of that, hey, I'm actually not in a healthy mental place right now, then I would become aware of what I'm thinking, and then I'd start replacing that with positive alternatives, with things like, I am becoming, oh no, hold on a minute, let me just think for a second. I was going to say, I am becoming worthier every day, or I'm open to receiving the abundance that I need. I deserve to receive abundance in my life. I am deserving, I am loved, I'm willing to change, which is always my favourite one to go back to. So our own mind may stop this from occurring, but if we're open to it, there's beautiful energy around for Monday and especially Tuesday. So let's see how we go. Abundance and being open to receiving. So thank you. Thank you so much for connecting. I've used my combined and Speed of Light Oracle cards with my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. If you want to learn more about these, please have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. So thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. So we have a couple of things coming up this weekend. That's the 8th and the 9th of June. I will be doing spirit guide drawings and having a stall, a Temple of Balance stall in Hobart in Tasmania at the Derwent Entertainment Centre, 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock. Please come along if you're in Tasmania or want to drive to Hobart. I'd love to connect with you. So I will be doing spirit guide drawings there in person, which is a very rare treat. So you can book on my site, and I also have card decks and books and a few pendants and things. So if you want to stop by and say hi, if you're in the area, that's this weekend. Let me know if you need more information. And then next weekend, that's the 15th and the 16th of June, we will be in Melbourne hosting 2 events. Spiritual Surgery Practitioners course, which is definitely the most popular course that I do, and a Shamanic Healing Day. So both very healing events. So if you're inspired to, it's been about 4 years since we've been in Melbourne, and it might be another 4 years until we return. So this might be an opportunity if you're free and available that weekend, or on the Sunday or the Saturday. You can come to one event or both. Please have a look on my website if you're inspired to learn more about those events. So you can learn more about me and the work that I do at templeofbalance.com.au. Thanks so much for connecting. Have a great couple of days, and I will be back to share with you again very, very soon. So thank you, and namaste. I'll see you next time. Bye.